Harvey Weinstein, the Hollywood mogul, and the trial of a monster in a suit, the uncrowned king of Hollywood. Throughout the 1990s and 2000s, Harvey Weinstein was a name that shaped the entire landscape of American cinema. As the co-founder of Miramax and the Weinstein Company, he produced countless masterpieces: Pulp Fiction, Shakespeare in Love, and The King's Speech. With just one phone call, Weinstein could make or break an actor's career. On the red carpet, he was the giver of glory, a figure so powerful that people respected him, but also feared him. Danny Masterson, the funny guy, on a sitcom and a 30-year prison sentence. A former TV star, Danny Masterson rose to global fame playing Stephen Hyde on the hit sitcom That 70s Show. With his half-smile, too cool to care attitude, and messy curls, Masterson became a teen idol, adored by millions of fans. He graced magazine covers, attended major Hollywood events, and was seen as one of Tinseltown's golden boys. But the bright stage lights were only a facade, hiding a much darker truth. The darkness behind closed doors. While the public saw Masterson as the funny guy, many women lived through nightmares. Victims testified that they were given drinks laced with drugs, and when they woke up, their bodies had already been violated. Several survivors revealed they were threatened and even silenced by the Church of Scientology, of which Masterson was a longtime member. One witness broke down in court. "I woke up, and he was on top of me. I was powerless." These accounts didn't just expose Masterson's personal crimes, but also suggested a wider network of cover-ups and power. A trial that shook Hollywood. The lawsuits dragged on for years, with Masterson continuously denying the accusations, but the evidence and testimony were overwhelming. In 2023, the court delivered its verdict: guilty on 2 counts of rape, 30 years to life in prison. In the courtroom, Masterson remained stone-faced. No apology, no remorse. His cold demeanor only fueled public outrage. A fallen idol, Danny Masterson, became the ultimate example of a fallen idol, from beloved TV star to convicted criminal. The laughter of a sitcom is now just a memory. Today, Masterson faces the cold clang of prison doors, the punishment for the cruelty he inflicted on innocent women. Michael Jace, a cop on screen, a killer in real life, from virtue on screen to a cold-blooded tragedy. Michael Jace was best known to audiences for his role as Julian Lowe, the upright, moral, and principled police officer in the acclaimed TV series The Shield. His image was tied to justice, integrity, and the ideals of protecting the community. On screen, Jace was a hero, but in real life, he was a killer, letting jealousy and violence destroy everything. The fatal night. Murder in front of his children. On May 19, 2014, tragedy struck at Michael Jace's Los Angeles home. In a fit of rage and jealousy during an argument, Jace pulled out a gun and shot his wife, April Jace, to death. What made the crime even more horrifying was that the murder happened right in front of their 2 young children. April, remembered by colleagues as a devoted and loving mother, had her life stolen most cruelly, by the very man she trusted most. The chilling 911 call came from Jace himself, admitting, "I just shot my wife." The trial and sentence. During the 2016 trial, prosecutors described Jace as selfish, controlling, and domineering. Testimony from his children left the courtroom stunned. They had witnessed their father fire the gun at their mother, a haunting memory they would carry forever. The jury wasted little time in reaching a verdict. Michael Jace was guilty of second-degree murder. The sentence, 40 years to life in prison. A fallen actor, a lasting stain from a respected television actor, Jace is now nothing more than a numbered inmate, consumed by belated regret. Michael Jace's story is a painful reminder that sometimes a role is only an illusion, and in real life, supposed heroes can turn out to be monsters. From beloved actor to convicted murderer, his legacy is nothing but tragedy for his family and disgrace for his career. Sean Diddy Combs, the hip-hop mogul and the dark side of the bad boy empire. The glory years, Sean Combs, better known as Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, or simply Diddy, was one of the biggest icons in American hip-hop. Founder of Bad Boy Records, the powerhouse behind stars like the notorious B.I.G., Mace, and many others. A billionaire and the face of an entire generation of 1990s and 2000s hip-hop. Famous for his luxury lifestyle and wild parties, Diddy embodied the image of a hip-hop kingpin, admired by millions. But behind the lights and fame, a disturbing darkness was beginning to surface. The freak-offs empire. Sex, violence, and fear. Federal prosecutors described Diddy as running a criminal enterprise for over a decade. He allegedly organized events known as freak-offs, where women and victims were forced into group sex acts. Violence, coercion, drugs, and video recordings were used for blackmail if anyone resisted. Witnesses called it a machine of exploitation disguised as music stardom. Raids on Diddy's Miami and Los Angeles mansions uncovered shocking evidence. Stockpiles of guns and ammunition. More than 1,000 bottles of lubricant and baby oil, proof of the twisted nature of his sex parties. Charges and legal trouble in September 2024. Diddy was arrested on multiple federal charges: racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, coercion of prostitution, extortion, and violent crimes. Prosecutors warned he could face life in prison if convicted. Currently, he is being held without bail, with a trial scheduled for 2025. A fallen mogul, from billionaire hip-hop mogul to federal defendant, Sean Diddy Combs now faces a future clouded by prison bars. The name Bad Boy may no longer stand for hip-hop glory, but for secrets, fear, and the haunting shadow of exploitation.